What's going on, everybody? It's CryptoVision here, back again with another crypto market update. Today's video, we got a subscriber request, XCN, formerly known as Onyx Coin. Hey, if you like today's video, hit that like button, subscribe for more, and leave a comment where you're tuning in from. I really appreciate it. So Onyx Coin, right? I just drew this up. Haven't looked at it. This thing went crazy in January. Right, it went crazy. So you have your impulse. You definitely have your A, B, and a long, boring C. Right? What is it down from high to the low? It's down 86%. Right? Down below all your EMAs. Right? So, visually, obviously in a downtrend. Right? Obviously in a downtrend. This, you kind of had a bull flag going on. Right? Kind of had a bull flag going on, but now, right, you've taken out the lows. No longer a bull flag. Now you're just in a descending channel. Okay, it's still somewhat bullish, right? It's still somewhat bullish, right? You're looking to bounce. You did get a touch point right through here, right? So you have one through here. You have a fake out, but then you have a bounce right there. Then you have one right there. Okay. You still need, right? So the fact that you've interacted so many times with the bottom aspect of the trend line, right? You got one, you got two. So you're looking to come up for a third, right? You're looking to come up through here. It is, matches up pretty well with your 200-day EMA. So getting up through here, trying to get up through here, maybe doing that, or one more time. It's just, I wouldn't, coming back down one more time, that's going to be risky, right? You come up, you reject, then you can even come down something like this and, touch down, come all the way back down to your, January lows or whatever. That's still a possibility, right? So let's get into some levels and see where we're at. Okay, so overall from a high to the low, right? From a high to the low of a retracement, right? We're going to use, I can't even get this thing in, I'm going to use the weekly. Yeah, I'm going to use the weekly. This thing is way too nuts. Okay, we're going to use a weekly. We're going to use this low through here. All right, this low through here. You know what? Let's use this low because that's like the too low. Okay, let's use this low through here. You're right below that 886 level. Does it match up with anything else? Let me see if this matches up better with anything else. That does match up a lot better. So we'll use this low right through here. That does match up better. Let's go back to the daily so we can kind of see what we're working with, right? Let's go see the daily, the weekly. I mean, now you're down below all your EMAs. Yeah, this looks bearish all the way around. I don't know if it's ready yet, right? I don't know if it's ready yet, but you got some levels definitely to clear above before you even can think about, new all-time highs, right? You got this first area, that 382 is obviously going to be huge, and then your 618, it's obviously going to be huge. Levels to stay above, right? Levels to stay above, we're going to get a measurement of this now. I just needed that for that. You got a low to the high. All right, you're 1-to-1 as of now. This last low, that 382. I like this 382 right there. Boom. Okay, that's good right there. I just needed to move that, and then let's throw a 618 on here. It's right at your sell side wall. There we go. There you go for that. So if you are looking at, I mean, let's try to see what's going on. So you definitely have like your A wave is through here, right? So, I mean, shoot, that's kind of like, I'm trying to figure this out. It's like, looks like you have like a 1, 2, 3. So it's like your 1, 2. Yeah, but then that doesn't make sense to be a third wave. So let's go ahead and let's flip this upside down a little bit like that. It kind of looks like Bitcoin dominance, I'm not going to lie. But I digress. So through here, this almost looks like 1 2 1 2. Right? This looks like a completed, you have a 1 and then you have a ABC down. Right? So you have like a 1 2, it doesn't take out the low, so that's good. You have a 3. All right, you got like a 4, then you come up for a 5th. Okay, so it's like your A wave right there. Where's your B wave? I mean, this could be your B wave. So let me redo this. All right, this is part of it. This is part of it. So if we're looking at, a 1 2, 1 2, 3. I don't like that. 4 5. I don't really like that. And you come down through in your B wave. Right, you have a 3-wave move on your B wave, and then this whole thing right down through here. Let me put this up. Two 6 1 8. I mean, it's just kind of just been. It's not. There isn't. It's not so much structured as you have an impulse. You just there's not a lot of structure, right? I mean, this is kind of an impulse. So you got a 1 2 3 4 5, right? I mean at that point, or you can even say this is right here. You could say 1 2 3. You could say this is your 4th, and then you come up for your 5th, right? Then you get like your A, B, C, because you did get a little slightly higher, right? Then you come back up for another. I mean, then this is tough right here. This is just leaking. It's not. There's not a lot of structure through this thing, especially on the daily. Kind of like a 1 2 3 4 and a 5th. So you would have completed everything if that's the case. It really would. You'd have everything completed on this low right here. That would be everything completed. But just the fact that you kind of have an impulse through here. Yeah, makes me wonder. Makes me wonder if this is a 1 2 3 and you're coming down for a 4th. You're gonna get one more. That's an idea. So let's do that. Let's do that. 1 5. I'm going to put that red. We'll put that red. We're going to do this for the 1 2. Let's see right here. So I know those. So those wicks got down lower. I know it. But the closings are still higher. We take that wick right there. I mean, if we take this down through here, I don't like that. We'll be conservative and take that right there. 3 4 1 4. I mean, that's definitely a target for your third wave. I mean, all of this from the 1 6 1 8. I mean, this whole thing. I mean, that's a pretty steep target for a third wave. But nonetheless, it's possible, especially with a tiny. I mean, it's not tiny. 243 million. It's not large. It's not tiny. It's kind of in between. If you're taking this a little high, you're right at your 382. How many? Right. So let's see right here. So if we need to definitely get above this right here, because this is inverted. Remember. So just remember this is inverted. So you definitely got to get above that 0.008 level. Yeah, this 382. I'm gonna leave this red because it's an area that's showing signs of resistance. Oh, take it. I don't want to do that. We're gonna do this right through here. And we're gonna do this. This is the low I was using. Through here, take that low. 618, 786. I'm gonna take the 1-to-1 extension. I'm gonna go right there. Right below, back down below. Another fake out possibly. Another fake out possibly. Okay, so in all reality, how much, what do we got? I'm gonna move this actually. I'm gonna put this as a green mark because that's, I mean, from this area down up to there, that's a profit taking area for sure. And this right here now is a boom, something like that. We're gonna add this right through here. 618. Yeah, I just don't like that. I really don't. I do 786. Yeah, you get down below the 786, and yeah, you're targeting definitely lower. There we go. Cool, cool. In terms of price targets to the upside, so those are to the downside. These are to the upside. In terms of price targets, right, where you can possibly go, I don't know if I want to use, I mean, this is a crazy, right, this is kind of, these are some super high price targets. A 0.5 is right there. I mean, your 786 is right through here. Probably an area where you could look to, right, I'm not a financial advisor, this isn't financial advice, but you know, if just areas where you can consider, you know, taking some off the table, and just I don't, you know, the 1618, right, 1618, kind of, those are some areas where, you know, I'd look to, you know, possibly take some off the table if I was invested. Right, from the low to the high where we're at right now, to the first area that's 300%, to the second area that's 500%, to the third area that's 1100%. Like, I don't know what else you're really looking for in an asset on in terms of return on investment, but those are some serious levels. You got some levels of resistance, right? You can't even think about green until you get through yellow, right? That's kind of the way the channel works, right? I mean, you got so much up through here, especially through here, like this channel right here. So this is how it works. So since we're below this yellow and we're above this red, so now we target red, right? Unless we can get above. Unless you can get above. If you can get above, then you target this. Okay. The fact that you're kind of bouncing on this, if this was inverted, right, how we looked at it, right, the fact that you're coming up and you're back testing makes me believe that you're coming down lower. Right? That's what it looks like, at least on the daily. So just keep that in mind. In terms of the time frame of when this broke out relative to other altcoins, this broke out in January, right? In January, it pretty much broke out. So it broke out, what, 2 months later. So whenever, you know, your XRPs, your Ethereums, your XLMs, your Chainlinks, HBAR, when those break out, I would probably set a timer 2 months out. Right, so if all these altcoins start breaking out at the end of November, beginning of December, then you're looking for January. So you're looking for like an end of February, early March. That would be my assessment, just based off the, you know, where this is and where it's going. Wow, this thing really did get oversold. This thing looks like it wants to come back down for sure. For sure. Right, this thing is not, I don't think this thing is done. So yeah, I'm expecting lower prices, expecting this 4.9 to 4.1 level. So a drop, 28% drop, a 38% drop. Like those are that's a big drop. It's a big drop, you know, and it's at the very bottom again. You know, unless this thing can figure out how to break through this, it just doesn't look the strongest right now. Right, if you were told by, you know, other influencers or this or that to get in and to, you know, not get out, right? I'm sorry, but those people, they played you. Okay, this thing, I'm guessing there's some bearish divergence going on through here too. Yep. Yep. Bearish divergence right there. You have a lower high, you have a higher high. Yep, 4.9. 1.4. Yep, some bearish divergence right through here. Right, you got a lower high. And you got higher highs, way higher highs, right? Way higher highs. That thing went crazy. What about through here? Bearish divergence. What do we get right here? Do we get anything? Nope, we did not. We did not. We did not. So it was pretty much just regular divergence. Actually, if we're looking at closes, yeah, this is bearish. If you're looking at a close, right, you got a higher close and a lower RSI close. So, yeah, bearish divergence on both those. So, yeah, moving forward, right, I'll drop, or if you want to check out some tips and tricks that I use, right, I have a strategies video. Go ahead and check that out. It'll be very helpful for every I think it's helpful for every investor just to kind of understand some strategies that you can develop right now. Overall, right now, I mean, yeah, this thing, it really looks like it looks very weak. This RSI, how you've kind of just like you slowly just coming up like this. You're kind of just waiting to hit a rejection zone. Let's see. Let's zoom in right here real quick. Let's see through here. Yeah. There we go. So there's not, you don't have a clear structure. You're kind of just going up slowly. There isn't an impulse. You come back down. Impulse. You come back down. Impulse. You come back down. There's none of that, right? It's kind of just grindy. Like come up, slowly back down, slowly back down. You're kind of just grinding up. So I would expect some lower prices for XCN for sure. Overall, the asset, I mean, it has potential. I don't own any. It's the first time I'm looking at it. Definitely has potential moving forward, but just understand that those levels are in there for a reason. I can throw something on there a little bit closer, I guess, a little bit closer. So if we are expecting, a retracement level, I mean, you're right at your 382. I mean, it's just like an invalidation zone. If you close down below the 786, definitely. Right, that's like your last chance. So I'll add one more for you guys. There you go. I know there's a lot of red down through here. So if you close down below this 786, you come down through here, do this, you're gonna come down through here. So again, I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice. These are just my ideas. All right, take them as you will. I appreciate you with the shout out. Thanks for subbing to the channel. If you got more crypto requests, drop them in the comments. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate your time. As always, take it easy. Peace.